Yo, it's your boy DZ, man. You already know it's not about the setback, it's about the get back. I want to appreciate everyone that's became a member, that subscribed to the channel, and that watches the channel. I appreciate y'all. If you haven't already, hit the notification bell. Hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time we go live. I appreciate all of y'all that rock with me, and I hope y'all continue to rock with me. What's poppin', SBGB TV fam? Shout out to all y'all that rock with SBGB TV. You know I appreciate all of y'all. If you haven't already, smash that like button. Hit the like button. You know, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed. Yeah, so shout out to all the solid individuals that be rocking with SBGB TV. You know I appreciate all of y'all. And today, we're gonna have Miss Betty let everybody know what's going on with Jay Diggs. And you're hearing it from the real. Everybody that's speculating, that think they know what's going on, and everybody that has an opinion, you're gonna hear it from his mom herself. And nobody else better to hear it from but his mom. You know what I mean? So, a lot of people been saying different things about what's going on with Jay Diggs' situation, just speculating, not knowing. But she knows what's going on. So, we're going to hit Miss Betty up and let everybody know. Shout out to all y'all, man. Make sure y'all smash that like button and share this live. We appreciate all of y'all that rock with SBGB TV. Yeah.
Hi, DZ.
Hey, what's going on, Miss Betty? We on live. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How's everybody doing? How you doing?
I'm doing good. Everybody in the chat here, we doing good. And we appreciate you calling in.
Well, thank you. First, before I get started, I want to tell everybody happy holidays. Okay, ours was a little bit dim, but we still hopeful. Things are looking up. Okay, so happy holidays to everybody. I hope you all enjoy it, and I want to thank you, DZ, for giving me this opportunity to get back on live, because again, my son is not available this time to speak up for himself. So particularly with WAC doing the talking that he did, I'd like just an opportunity. I won't be too long this time, but just to share some words with WAC, and also to share with your audience the truth of what's actually going on with my son.
Okay, and we appreciate that. Happy holidays to your family. I know it's not so happy because a lot of things are going on, but hopefully things will go in your favor, his favor, and things will get better.
Okay, thank you. We are really very hopeful. We're really very hopeful. But WAC is what I want to first address. Is that okay?
Yeah, you do what you want to do. We're here for it.
Okay. And audience, please bear with me. But I want to say this particularly to WAC. WAC, I have 4 words for you, and they are: listen to me closely. I want to begin with truth, because you have a lot of problems with truth. And I need you to know that truth does not need theatrics. And you put a lot of theatrics into your words. Truth do not need to be exaggerated. And truth certainly does not need to be fabricated for views on the internet. I know you, WAC. I've seen you over the years and how you've acted. When you can't win with facts, you fall back on lies and fabricated stories. And you hurt a lot of people online because you just decide whatever you want to say, you're going to put it out there in hopes that people will just accept it. I don't even think you care if they believe it or not, but you're going to put it out there. And I want to say you're extremely fortunate that you have not already been held liable for the lies that you continue to spread about my son. But see, today, Wack, I'm here to again speak on behalf of my son, Jay Diggs, because he is not here to confront your most recent fabricated lies. I'm stepping in to address each one of them because I listened to the show last week, to DZ's show, SBGC TV last week, and I heard exactly what you said. So what I want to do is I want to address some of that information that you said last week. But before I do, I want to just back up just a little bit because we need to really know who you are and what you said in regards to my son, Jay Diggs. First of all, you were the first one who ever said anything negative on him. You were the one who poked the bear. You were the one who went out there and started talking about Jay Diggs and what you was gonna do and what his mama should be doing. You did it, Wack. Okay, you claimed that you didn't know him later on, but you were the one who poked the bear. And then you turned around and you told the whole world that you didn't even know this man. You never talked to him. You never dealt with him. You never had any interactions with him. You keep saying that. You said it last week. You said it week before. You said it last year. Yet you also were the same person who held up fake text messages and told the entire internet that they came from Jay Diggs. Now, that alone destroys your own narrative that you said you never even spoke to him. So see, right there, that's your own lies. And since we're clearing up on stories, let's talk about when you said that Jay Diggs never came to the Mexican house. And I'm not into street politics, but I am going to address it just because you said it. You said Jay Diggs never came to the Mexican house when I was there just one block away. But you left out a very important part. Jay Diggs came to your place of business, okay? That's as much as street politics that I want to get to. But I just want to clear that up, okay? So that everybody know you're saying one thing, but really we know other things happen. Now, let's get to the case. Everybody knows that recently my son was actually in court and he was found guilty. And we're going to talk about that here in a few minutes. But I want to address what you said about it since you're so smart. You told the whole internet that he was facing 40 years on a major case in Oklahoma. That claim came from one person, only you. Nobody else anywhere ever said that. Not the courts, not the paperwork, not the lawyers, not the news, nobody. I never even heard it at all. It's just absurd. The truth is simple. There is no 40-year case. There's no major conspiracy. And even the marijuana matter that you attempted to inflate, the storyline doesn't even make sense that he would get 40 years for marijuana. Again, we're going to get to that here in just a few minutes, okay? Let's talk about you insulting his age. Let me tell you something, Wack. Age is a privilege that is denied to too many in our community. And the 4.5 years or maybe 5 years difference between you and my son is something you will feel very, very soon. You're going to reach those years. You got about 4 or 5 years to reach his age. So are you knocking that? Let me tell you, this is a blessing to reach this age, particularly for our young Black men. It is a living long life that you should appreciate. I appreciate his years. I'm sure he appreciates his years, and he carries his years with dignity, and you should too. Okay. I'm going to calm down just a little bit because I'm starting to get into this whole thing about you, Wack, because it really upsets me that you would just decide that now that he's not out here to take care of himself and speak up for himself, that you can just say anything. And especially things about him being relevant in his field. That's one of the other things that you brought up. You said that Jay Diggs is not even relevant, haven't been relevant in his fields. Let me tell you something. Jay Diggs is selling in over 131 countries. He's been relevant for over 22 years. He reaches audiences all over the world, okay? And I'm not going to compare him to you because I'm not petty like that. He don't need you to define him. He defines himself very, very well. He didn't need your name for any clout. Okay. In fact, the little 1.6 million, and I shouldn't say little because I appreciate the fans that did go on and look at it on Three Finger Whack, on that one that so much attention was given to. There's a lot more that had many more millions of views, 2.6, 6 million views. Look them up yourself. And I suggest anybody who have heard Wax said that Jay Diggs wasn't relevant and don't have millions of views, I think all we have to do is look for ourselves and that we'll see that that's not true. Okay. And so, again, like I said, Wax, your theatrics are just not doing you very well, okay? So now that I mentioned that and I addressed it, Whack, and they're just lies, okay? I'm going to go ahead and address this for the audience. And thank you, audience out there, for even listening to me. I know I kind of get upset there, but let's go ahead and really talk about the case itself. Whack claimed that Jay Diggs was caught in a big drug case and facing 40 years, but that's not true. Basically what happened was my son was stopped 5 years ago and he was in the car with one of his friends. I'm not going to say her name for respect for her. Okay, you can always look it up if you want to know it. But Jay Diggs and his friend was in a car and they were in Oklahoma. He was driving, going to a video shoot, and this friend was going to be in the video shoot with him. Okay, Jay Diggs was stopped for a blinker lane change citation, as the policeman says. But as my son indicated, he said, I saw red lights behind me, so I pulled over really quick to let the cop pass. Well, the cops, when he finally came up to him, he says, I'm stopping you because you made a lane change and you made it too quick. And we know that there's not even a law for that, okay? Well, when he walked up to the car, he indicated that he smelled marijuana. This, he felt, gave him a right to inspect the car, okay? Gave him probable cause to inspect the car. So he brought out the dogs, he inspected the car. And in the course of inspecting the car, he did find 4 pounds of what was assumed to be marijuana, okay? Well, my son and his friend were taken in and they were held, I think, for a couple of hours before they were bailed out. But then there was charges brought against them, okay? The charges that were actually brought against them were four charges. And those charges were, number 1, conspiracy. Number 2, conspiracy to, no, number 2 was attempt to sell. Number 3 was having marijuana without a stamp on it and a legal stamp on it. And number 4 was, how do they say it? Possession of money that was, possession that was money from sales of drugs. Okay, so those were the 4. I'm sorry if I didn't make them real clear. But anyway, the truth of the matter is his co-defendant, she, 4 years ago, fessed up and said, that was my drugs. I brought them. I put them in the car when he picked me up. Okay. And she accepted a plea from the DA. The DA said, okay, you get 2 years of probation and we're going to drop count 2. Count 2 was, I think, intent to sell and another count. Well, anyway, they had dropped 2 charges, 2 counts on her, gave her probation. Not only did they give her probation, she served the probation. Now, this was 5 years ago. I'm sorry I didn't mention. This case happened 5 years ago. So 2 years into it, she gets probation, 2 years of probation, and she's off of her probation. 5 years later, they still trying to give my son 8 years, 5 to 8 years of probation. And he's telling them, no, I'm not taking probation because it wasn't my drugs in the first place. It wasn't my marijuana in the first place. And secondly, I'm not going on probation for something that I didn't do, and you already charged somebody else for it. So, I just go to trial. I'm not going on probation. And one of the things, I worried about my son not accepting a plea or going on probation, but he was right. It wasn't his, and he decided that he didn't want to go on probation. And he's been there before, and it's very hard, particularly in his business, being an artist, where every moment you have to write, or you can't move here, you can't even work anymore. And he just didn't want to be trapped anymore. Okay. So he felt, man, I can go to court and beat this. This is crazy. Well, he goes to court. And when he goes to court 5 years later, mind you, okay, he goes to court. And when he gets to court, there's a jury trial. And of course, the jury has to be polled. There was one black woman in the jury, and that one black woman was the first one immediately, goodbye, get off. Okay, they kicked her off. Not kicked her off, didn't let her get on. Okay, the next person that was that was removed from the jury was a young white man, and he stood up and he said, I'm a Christian, and he said, and I don't smoke marijuana. He says, but I'll be honest, I would not feel comfortable giving a man many years for marijuana in this state, especially when I've seen a man get 2 years for killing somebody. So of course they threw him off. So now they have their all-white jury. Okay, so the jury trial goes on. Actually, Jamal was feeling pretty good. The lady who was with him, and by the way, I want to address some of the people online have been saying she snitched. No, she didn't. She didn't snitch. She went on stand and she testified for the defense. She testified on behalf of Jamal that in fact it was her. She said the same thing that she said 2 years ago and took the probation for. Okay. Now, so finally, the jury goes out. Jamal's feeling good. He doesn't think, hey, they can't really do anything. I feel fine. But when he come back, they found him guilty on all charges. And here again, the conspiracy was 4 years, the minimum. Okay, the minimum 4 years of life on this conspiracy, 4 years to life on intent to sell, 4 years to life on the no stamp on the product, and 6 years for drug money in your possession. Okay, now we're not going to replay the whole trial, but I mean, there was a lot of things that went wrong in that trial. But I will say this, just so that you know, because it's going to come out anyway, that 4 pounds of marijuana that supposedly they had, 4.5 pounds, well, 3.1 pounds of it was confirmed scientifically to be CBD. Another 1/4 pound of it was confirmed to be THCA. Both of those products are legal. At that time, there was no test that could prove any THC level. So I want you guys to just think that out. I can't replay his case on the radio, but think that out. So that's what my son went to jail for. Okay. So what they did is they found him guilty. When they found him guilty, and you can see this online, so I'm not telling you anything that'll hurt his case. The jury came back, said guilty, 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 and then they said, okay, what is your recommended sentence? The jury recommended that he be fined on each account. So they asked the judge. They sent a note to the judge and said, do we get the minimum, or do we have to get the maximum on the fines? The judge said, no. Go back and do his priors. And let me tell you, his priors were 33 years ago and 12 years ago. I want you guys to look it up and see exactly what happened to my son, because I don't want to say it on the radio. Okay, so the judge sent her back and did that. The jury that wanted to give him only a fine came back and gave him the minimum of each one, which was 4 years, 4 years, 4 years, and 6 years. Okay, in the 6 years, by the way, the co-defendant had $12,000 in her possession. My son has $2,000 in his pocket. And just knowing my son walk around with $2,000 all the time, you know. And but they said they decided that that was drug money, and so that's what he got 6 years for. Okay, so they took him in, held him into custody, and now he's waiting to appeal. Well, he's waiting to get sentenced because the final sentence will come from the judge, and that won't happen until December the 16th. And so that's where the case is right now. And I hope I haven't spoke too long. Thank you, DZ.
No, you good, Miss Betty. Yeah, that's good to clarify it, letting the people know what exactly is going on, because you know a lot of these people been on the internet, you know, making up things and everybody's speculating, and they really don't know what's going on. So by you telling everybody what it is and where it stands, that just clarifies everything about the situation.
Right. And all of this can be verified. It's all verifiable. It's all right there. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, Wack been hating on Jay Diggs for a long time now, so you know he feels that he's able to spin the narrative about everything and anybody, and you know he goes to the internet reaching as what he did with the girl that was trying to say some negative false things
Exactly.
about Jay Diggs.
Exactly. And you know what? That girl is there again. And I refuse to listen to her. I refuse to. But people call me and they tell me stuff. But she's there again, and now she's straight making up lies. You know that he attacked her, did all kinds of crazy stuff. You know, and you know if he would have did something like that, he would have went to jail for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, so I've just decided I'm not going to even address that, you know. But yeah, I heard that, and I will say this: all you wonderful fans out there, I have not entertained any of that stuff. The only show I listen to is DZ's. That's it, and that's why I heard it.
And I appreciate you, you know, and we all appreciate you here definitely for rocking with us.
Okay, well, thank you. And as far as all that other, I see the headlines where Wax said this, and I see all kind of headlines he have on Jay Diggs. I have not pushed the button on it. Yeah. And had I not listened to your show, I would not have even known what he had to say. But the 40 years, I was like, this is crazy.
Yeah, that's what he said, 40 years. And I said, yeah, I got to let you get on there and, you know, speak about it, because I know he ain't get 40 years.
No, actually, do the math with basically they throw 18 years out there, but even with 18 years, the way they're doing in Oklahoma, they're breaking those years down a different way. So, but we think, without a doubt, we have a great appeal. I really want to say that. I feel very comfortable in saying that, and I'm gonna tell you, Jay Diggs' mama is gonna rock with him all the way. I'm going to Oklahoma City December the 3rd to see my child.
Yeah, and as you should, you know, you're very supportive of him, and that's good that, you know, you speaking on his behalf, letting it know what it really is.
Yes, and so I appreciate the opportunity. If you have any questions, I'm open to answering them, DZ. But that's really all I had.
Yeah, we appreciate it. So you said it was in December when he goes for the sentencing, right?
December the 16th, yes. And immediately after that, we will be filing the appeal. Immediately.
Okay, and you already done some research, so you already know how you want to go at the appeal.
Oh my God, there is so much to appeal in this court. But again, that's what I don't want to say on the radio, because then that gives them the idea of what they can and cannot do, cleaning up or whatever. So I won't bring that up, other than what was already written. But there's so much. It's almost ridiculous. It's like, I guess here's just even think about this. How do someone plead to a case, do the time or do the probation or whatever, and then you go back 5 years and decide, no, it's him, get him? How do you do that?
Yeah, that obviously let it be known that they was targeting him, especially when they already have someone that pled guilty and took ownership to it. So that was them targeting him in that situation.
And then again, how do you tell somebody you're gonna get 6 years for drug money, but you've never seen this person pass no drug money to nobody? Okay? You never seen that. Nobody has any of that. And then you take in 4.5 pounds of weed and they find out that half of it ain't weed and you think sure the other half is. Okay? So you start thinking about that kind of stuff, then I tell people just make your own judgment there and start thinking, does this really make sense? Right. Scientifically. And then you have to say, I know there's somebody saying out there saying, come on, what about his lawyer? Suppression. Why he didn't suppress that? That's another thing. So he got a good appeal.
Yeah, and also the marijuana that was found in her possession.
It was in her possession, in her purse,
okay,
in her female bag. Okay.
Yeah.
So it wasn't something that was put there. Okay. And not only that, even when they searched the car. I was saying the probable cause to search the car, they probably smelled it, but they didn't smell no marijuana. The man didn't smell marijuana as soon as he came to the car, but it was probably from inside,
Yeah. So
yeah.
He does have some appeal issues, and, y'all are going to appeal the case. And, we hope everything goes in his favor. Because for marijuana and then majority of it being CBD, they went over, above, and beyond with that.
Absolutely. And we're talking scientific. There was nothing there that proved it was even marijuana.
Yeah, so they didn't even do a chemist test.
No. And then anybody that knows anything on the law, and I'm certainly, for the listeners, I'm nowhere in the legal field or anything, but I will research case law. I am a researcher by career. I'm a researcher. So I did research a lot of case law, and the case law that I found, even in Oklahoma, you're not even supposed to bring in a prior if it's over 10 years old.
And they used his prior against him in the trial?
Absolutely. 33 and 12 years. And that's what they used.
Yeah, I'm sure they definitely not supposed to do that. And he didn't testify. His priors wasn't even supposed to be,
wasn't even supposed to be brought in.
Yeah.
Wasn't even supposed to be brought in. So yeah, it was a kangaroo court. It really was. But he has a lot of support from way high up. And you know me, DZ.
Yeah.
And I didn't wrote everybody, okay?
Right.
And I'm going out and talking to people, right is right and wrong is wrong. And let me tell you something else to even think of. How do you give somebody 2 years of probation, or probation is what it's called. What did he call it?
Probation. Yeah, 2 years of probation for the marijuana.
Yeah, how do you give somebody 2 years of probation and then you give you're gonna offer their co-defender 8 years?
Yeah.
Huh? I mean, we talking about way back in the day, 5 years ago. You get 2, you get 8. Come on.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And then another thing, you got 18 years. Okay. When you start counting, they say 18 years. Okay. I don't believe it. But you start counting, you say 18 years. But then a man or a woman is not supposed to be punished for their right to go to trial. If that is their right. But you know what? You get punished for going to trial.
Yeah, the legal system definitely is, corrupt, and a lot of times, they're in cahoots with each other. They go
Right.
to lunch together, and they definitely go and hang out with each other. So in that area, it sounds like it's very, very racist. So they target. And to ask this, the female, was she African American or white?
No, that's what I mentioned. She was white.
So
That's what even got him pulled over. She was white.
so she was a white female and got probation, and it was hers. It
Uh-huh.
wasn't his. He's an African American, and they want to roof him.
Exactly. And even at that time when they was trying to give her 2 years, they was trying to give him 8 years probation.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, it's not mine. I'm not taking it. You know.
Yeah.
And so, and then look at how what it's doing to him. You know, he's a strong young man. He really is. And he'll be all right. I'm talking to him every day. He'll be all right. But look at what it does to his character on the internet. What people do to him. You see it. All that is dragging.
Yeah.
Dragging him. You know. And so, anyway, that's one of the reasons why I'm here. I'm just giving the true stories of what's true. And, you know, people are going to hear a lot of different things, but I'm just sharing what's true.
Yeah. And we appreciate you definitely letting us know what was going on. And, everybody got to hear from the direct source so they can know the truth and not what everybody is speculating.
Okay. And DZ, I thank you again very much for allowing me to come on your platform. And I thank all of your fans for listening. And I think you're just doing a great job, because when I listen to your show, I listen to it because you are speaking truth to power, and I appreciate you for that.
And I really appreciate you supporting the channel. And, we're going to continue to keep it real. And that's just all I know, raw and authentic.
That's right. Okay, goodbye, everybody. I'm going to call it a night.
I appreciate you calling in, Miss Betty.
Okay, bye-bye now.
All right, later. Yeah, so, everybody, y'all heard it from Miss Betty herself, J Diggs' mom, and she broke it down, what's going on with J Diggs. So, all the people out there speculating, making up what they want to make up about the case, assuming, Miss Betty spoke about it, and, she kept it real. So hopefully everything goes in the favor of J Diggs, which I think it will, especially, when you got somebody on the street that is able to push the line, especially when they violate your constitutional rights, your attorney not doing what they're supposed to do. Because being real, these attorneys, they be working together straight up. And I know this for a fact. These attorneys, they work together. The prosecutor, the defense attorney, and the judge, they all go to the same school. They're all attorneys. The hand of one is the hand of all. They all work together. They all be, doing things on one accord. They give one person up, they let one person go. It's like they doing what they want to do. It's their game. That's why you got to be mindful out in the streets. And a lot of people, really don't understand that it's their game. They make the rules as they go. And with the laws, they got so many different things that are placed within inside the law that it'll confuse you. You might be looking at something one way, and then they'll go over and use some other terminology, why you don't do it this way, why it's supposed to be that way. And they got different loopholes, how they run game on people, So definitely the law is, rigged to a certain extent. That's why you got to be mindful out here who you're around, So, when we see people like Wack running around the internet threatening people all the time, you know what's going on. That man working with them people. They won't allow you to do that, man. And in certain cities and towns, they definitely be biased. Yeah. And they always expect black people not to know the law. I'm telling y'all this right now, and this is a fact. Black people, they expect you not to know the law at all. That's why they handle us a certain way. They know a lot of black people be out here doing certain things, be around certain people, and they expect you not to know nothing. So when you go in them courtrooms, they already got it planned out to manipulate the situation, whereas though you don't understand. You in there thinking that you having a fair proceeding, and ain't nothing fair about this. You just the pawn in the game. You know what I'm saying? You on the board, they just playing with you. And they gonna manipulate it to fit whatever narrative. They don't care at all. It's a dirty game. This is why, I'm glad, that I was able to get through that part of life. And by me getting through it, I had to learn a lot. I had to learn a lot going through it because I've had multiple situations. I've been to trial 5 times. I picked 5 juries. So, and I understand, and no cap, each and every time that I've been to trial, the attorneys that I hired tried to get me to take a plea. You hear me? And, I had the one situation that I told everybody about, where the attorney tried to, not give me my discovery. He was not trying to give me my discovery, saying that I can't have it. And the law said that I couldn't get it, and I had to go to war for that. I had to fight to get my discovery. I had to really, really bite down and make sure, I'm standing my ground. I don't care what you say. I'm going to trial, and they play these type of games. And this was a attorney that was an attorney for 40 plus years. Like, the attorney was an attorney my whole entire existence of life, but at the same time, he was working with the prosecutor, and the prosecutor was younger than me, so it was like him and the prosecutor was working together in order to try to get a conviction out of me, because I'm known to go to trial and I'm spanking shit. So in this situation, they like, oh, we gonna get it. This is the time. They couldn't get me directly. So it's like, all right, we working together. We go to the same school. They probably in the same frat. They got personal relationships. Bam. All right, we gonna tell him this and get him to take a plea to this so that we can get a conviction for this. And this is the games that they play. But you think that when you hire an attorney, they supposed to be on your side and represent you. Some people get an attorney that's going to go hard for them because maybe they trying to get a name. But it's a lot of attorneys that they're in cahoots together. They'll throw you away, get you to take this deal. And once you take this deal, they both win. They get a conviction. The attorney gets paid. He makes it seem like he did you a favor, but you took a plea to probation. That's why a lot of times they do that. They get you to take a plea to probation. So when you're on probation, they already are assuming that you're going to violate the probation. So they like, yeah, we get him to take a probation plea. Y'all get the conviction over there on the prosecution side. The attorney get paid, and he feels like, okay, I got the money. I manipulated my client. He won, the client thinking he won because he took the probation. Bam. Next thing you know, you done violated the probation. So now the prosecutor got the win, and now you back in front of the judge. Boom. Now you're going to sit there and get some time anyway. It's a dirty game. This is why I tell everybody, take it to trial. Straight up. You hear me? Take it to trial. But a lot of people, right, what they do is they plead guilty to charges. When they plead guilty to charges and they give you that probation, now you got that conviction. Now you got that felony conviction. So once they already put the fear of God in you and you take that plea to probation and you got that felony, when you get in another situation, they put it in front of you. Yo, you already got a prior. You know, you're going to be doing this time if you don't take the plea. And some jokers, they scare them into taking a plea. But you go to trial, and I'm telling you, a lot of times, you going to get the same results going to trial. You know what I'm saying? And you might beat the case in trial, beat most of the charges, or have appellant issues. And this is what a lot of people don't understand, you know, and I'm glad that, you know, I've had that in me. You know, when I was a juvenile, I pled guilty, right? You know, that was my only time pleading guilty as a juvenile. And I pled guilty and got a year in a juvenile program. After that, I said, hold up. Nah, I ain't pleading guilty no more. You know, I'm not doing that. No matter what, I'm not pleading guilty because I want to have appealing issues. When you plead guilty, you give up your rights straight up. And that's what people need to really understand. When you plead guilty, you give up your rights straight up. And the judge sit there and ask you, do you understand that you're giving up your rights? Damn right. People be so scared, you know, and it's crazy. You know, you got to do your homework. If you one of them type of people that's running around out in the streets doing anything, you better be researching what you into. You know, you better be understanding what are you doing, you know, the consequences, you know, because if you don't understand it, they gonna stick it to you because it's their game, you know. And when you get trapped up in their game, they handle you however they want to. They play games. And then if they see you got some knowledge and understand, oh, they really try to play games. They try to scare you. You know, they try to keep the documents from you. They don't want to provide the information that they're supposed to provide, especially when they see you know something. You know, it's a lot of cases, you know, that people have pled guilty to in life that they really could have beat it. Straight up. It's a lot of cases. But, you know, people get scared and, you know, they get in them situations and they don't know. You know, they don't want to go to the law library. You know, I'm the type of person, you know, if I get in a situation, I'm going to the law library on the street, you know, and keeping it a buck, right? This is some real stuff. It's so many cases going on with people in the world, with black people running around here, out here doing a whole bunch of goofy stuff. When you go to the law library, guess what? Nobody's in there. That's what's crazy. You hear me? When I see that, it's like, okay, we're so blinded, we have no understanding. But we out here running around in the streets. We have none. You hear me? We so, you know, intrigued by the gold chain and the nice car. You know, these niggas doing whatever they doing on the internet that's perping, that's being a fraud, fufafi, like whack, a police nigga. We so looking at this, yo, nobody's in the law library studying nothing. Nobody's in there understanding that you have to do your own research on the law. If you don't do your own research, you give them people the ability to do whatever they want with you. Straight up. But you do your own research, you'll shock them. Now, when you do your own research, the attorneys, they talk to you like you don't know what you doing, like you can't read. You hear me? That's how they talk to you now. When you go out here and research the law, if you are in a situation and you reference it to an attorney, they'll tell you why you're wrong, right? But you got to have that confidence in yourself to understand, listen, I know why I'm right. It says it right here in the law. They'll even tell you what you're reading is incorrect just to manipulate you in their game. They know that they have control of the game. It's their game. And they look at everybody. I'm going to tell you this right now. Attorneys look at the regular people as if you're beneath them. You have to understand this. If you ever had a situation, pay attention to how an attorney talk to you when you disagree with them. They just totally are disrespectful. They feel like you don't know nothing. You didn't go to school. I went to school. You have no knowledge of the law, as if you couldn't go down there and open the book up, or you couldn't go online and search it yourself and match up case laws to say, all right, well, this case here is saying when they stopped this person here, they didn't have a right to search. This person here, okay, Terry, Ohio. This case here, legal search and seizure. You know, it's certain things that they think that people out here that's in the street that grew up in certain environments have no knowledge of understanding. You know, so it's very important, you know, for you to, you know, do your own research. And we got Google now. You know, they got LexisNexis. You can go look that up too, you know, to find out information and search your own stuff, you know, but you know, they expect you to not look. You know, I really think, I'm just being honest, you know, the worst thing you can do if you get in a situation is just run and go hire an attorney. That's just my thinking. You know, I think if you get in a situation ever in life, the best thing for you to do is go research your stuff. See what happened with you, get your documents, and go sit down and see, you know, what's going on with this and what has happened here. Because 95% of the time, there's a mistake that has been made, you know, and people don't understand this as well, right? The police, they arrest you, right? And when they arrest you, they make up whatever they want to put in the paperwork to get the charges to get going, right? They send that to the judge. The judge say, all right, okay, we agree with it. You said this. They don't care what the officer is saying. The officer saying whatever he's saying, they just say, all right, my officer said this. I'm taking the word of my officer. Bam, these are your charges, right? Then it's your job to do the fighting. So now you go get an attorney. And when you go get the attorney's in cahoots with the prosecutor. They having private emails and conversations. So now you expecting this person that has a relationship with somebody at their field of work to defend your life. That's the worst thing you can do. You know, they're playing a dirty game, and, you know, everybody don't understand it. Now, I'm glad, you know, I have experience. You know what I'm saying? I have experience and I understand it. And, you know, I'm able to tell some other people, you know, the ones that want to take it from somebody that has experience, some real information. You know what I mean? You got to do your own research all the time. Now, if you need, you know, to hire an attorney, you need to be instructing. You hear me? You need to be instructing. You need to be presenting to an attorney. I want you to do this. I want you to do that. I want you to do this. Because if you don't, they're going to do what they want with you. You know, the process is crazy. The police definitely will lock you up and say whatever they want to say to put a charge on you. You know, I've been locked up plenty of times that they lock you up, they charge you whatever you want, then you go to the preliminary hearing, the arraignment, and they drop all this shit and leave you with one charge. You're like, well, I was charged with this, and this. You get to the preliminary hearing or arraignment, they throw all of this other stuff out, but then they had already made you look a certain way from, you know, charging you with this, saying that this was this and this, but you get to the preliminary hearing or arraignment, they throw all of that out. You're like, damn, hold up. But a lot of people, are scared also to have a preliminary hearing. You got to understand that. Attorneys, they will manipulate you to not have a preliminary hearing. It is very, 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 very important for you to have a preliminary hearing. Whatever you do, don't ever, 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 ever waive a preliminary hearing. If anybody in the situation, you let them know. Don't ever waive your preliminary hearing. Because when you waive your preliminary hearing, you don't get the right to see the evidence that they have right then and there. Then they start making stuff up. But everything that they present in the preliminary hearing is what they got to have later. Straight up. You hear me? It ain't when you waive that preliminary hearing, they start piecing stuff together. They start playing with stuff. Now, boom. You like, damn, what's this? Hold up, I ain't know this. You waived your preliminary hearing. That's where you're going to be able to see everything. A preliminary hearing is like a mini trial. It's a baby little trial where the cop got to get up there and testify. And everything he is saying right there is what's solid. So it ain't you getting a preliminary hearing and you say one thing and then 3-4 months later, now they saying something else. It don't work like that. So understanding, you definitely got to be paying attention and doing your own research in this dirty game. It's a dirty, 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 dirty game. The attorneys, they don't care about you. You got to understand it's a job. It's a business. It's a business, that if you have a good practice, it pays well. A lot of these attorneys, you have to understand this too. They're not making money like that. I want y'all to understand this. Just because somebody's an attorney does not mean that they're making paper. A lot of these attorneys, they're doing work for the public defender's office, because they trying to keep some bills paid. A lot of them don't have their practices jumping. They got to do work for the public defender's office. So if you got in a situation and you got co-defendants, right? Now your co-defendant got a public defender, right? They got to go out there to them attorneys that they doing work with through the public defender's office. All right, boom. So now you might got an attorney that's really an attorney, not a public defender, right? A private attorney, but the public defender's office appointed you that attorney. You know what I'm saying? It's a dirty, dirty game, man. Straight up. And I'm going to let y'all check something out in a minute, that I'm ready to put up here from an attorney. From an attorney, and I want y'all to see this from an attorney, whereas though he's saying about the game is rigged. He practiced law, got his law degree, and he's saying that the game is rigged. So if I hear it from somebody that done it for a living, had a lot of years in it, saying that the game is rigged, hey, man, even though I already know from my personal experiences, but hearing it from somebody else, that'll let y'all hear it. For the people that want to understand it, I mean, it's good to, educate yourself on these things as well, because the world is ran by the law. They make the law, they break the law, and they come up with laws on the spot. You hear me? They come up with law. What the hell happened? How did y'all come up with this? They do whatever they want with people, man. They do whatever they want with people, and it's a dirty game, man. And shout out to, everybody that rock with SBGB TV. I appreciate y'all, man. And I want y'all to check this out. Let me see here. Let me get this up here. Real recognize real, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Yeah. It's a lot of dirty individuals in this game. It's a lot of dirty individuals in this game, man. Yeah, let me get this up here, because I want y'all to see this here. I gotta let y'all see this. You know, y'all hear from an attorney. You know, maybe some people might like, yeah, okay, I understand. Yeah. Yeah. I understand the game though, because I've been experiencing playing in it. You know, I've been experiencing playing in it. Yeah. I've been experiencing playing in it, man. But from my experiences, let me know, hey, man, let me get away from the streets. Fortunately, you know, DZ was able to, you know, get away from the streets, man. Fortunately, you know, hold up, hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. Fortunately, DZ was able to get away from the streets, man. Fortunately. That's why when I watch these guys, like I tell y'all, that be running around like that, that's why I let y'all know they're the police, man. Yeah. Wack 100 is them people. Straight up. This is without a doubt in my mind. You know, I have no doubt. None. You know, when it come to talking about the law and cases and stuff like that, you know, when it come to talking about stuff like that, I got experience. Wack has never been to trial. You know, I went to trial for a homicide. Yes, I went to trial for a homicide. I picked a jury of 12. You know, I went to trial for multiple charges, drug charges. I've been to trial for multiple things, you know, and I go to war every single time. Yes, you know, and from my experiences, it let me know a lot, you know, and, you know, me being honest, right? I went to trial all these times, right? But I still was playing in the field. Straight up. I ain't gonna lie. I went to trial multiple times and I still was out there playing. You know, and me just being honest, right? My mind frame, being as though that I was, you know, good in the streets, right? I knew it was gonna be times that I'm gonna have encounters and stuff like that. But my mind frame was always to, if I ever have an encounter, to make sure that I cause a scene. It's always that mind frame. It was always with me. I done been in multiple situations, and I'm gonna just be real. Me causing a scene whenever I got and had a police encounter is the reason why I spanked all the cases that I beat. I'm just being real. From me causing a scene, if you an individual that just give up when they show up, you don't have no fight. But when you cause a scene, you give yourself ability to have a fight. You hear me? Because the police, they gonna make a mistake 95% of the time. They are gonna make a mistake in the paperwork, the evidence, with something 95% of the time. Especially if you make a scene out of it. You hear me? They make a mistake. Their brain, you hear me? They're just trained to arrest you and to document. That's it. But when it gets to the prosecutors, that's when you start seeing, okay, they gonna start picking apart, but they not gonna tell you. they start seeing when it's wrong. Straight up. This why the feds won't pick certain cases up, because the cops, they'll do certain things, make an arrest, document it, and they'll mess up in the paperwork. Straight up. They'll totally mess up all the way in the paperwork. And when they mess up in the paperwork, the feds will see it and they like, man, I don't want it, because they want their conviction rate to stay high. So they see the paperwork, they like, nah. This is why you might see some cases where you might think the feds going to take it, but the local police done arrested somebody, but they messed up on the documents. You know, especially when it come to that work, right? The chain of custody is important. They mess the chain of custody up damn near every time. This is how the police, the uniform police, they're not that smart. They bump up on situations, but all they know how to do is lock you up, put your hands behind your back, and write the report of what they think. But most of the time, they mess up the chain of custody, they mess up the evidence, and then you can pick it apart. It's like, okay, but a lot of people don't be understanding this because they don't know it. So they think, okay, I got locked up, that's it. Nah, that ain't it. You know, you got a fight here. You got to sit down and do some homework. You know, you got to look at this paperwork and see what it is that they did wrong. And when you find it, you stick to the angle. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? Because like literally, I had to watch a video about 50 times. I still got the video here. You know, I still got the video of, you know, the time I got arrested, and it was all on video, right? The video that they didn't want to give me. They didn't want to give me the evidence, right? So they gave me a chopped up video. And when I look at the video, I say, this isn't the original video. And when they give you a video of your evidence, it gotta be the original. They can't give you a chopped up video, broken down, you know, and what they want. That's what they tried to give me. They tried to give me a chopped up video. And when I noticed it, I'm like, this ain't the original video. I'm requesting for the original video. You know, they didn't want to give it to me. They gave me the one that they had chopped up the way they wanted to chop up. I'm like, well, why we got it coming here, but we ain't got it going there, and we missing this, right? Because they cut some things out. But when they did that, they meant to cut another part out that they missed, which was the chain of custody, right? So they seen that the chain of custody was messed up, but they thought that I wasn't going to be able to see it. You know what I mean? So I'm looking at it, right? And I'm understanding, like, hold up. All right, so the chain of custody was supposed to be documented that this person had it, that person had it, and that person had it, right? It never was documented like that. It was documented as, oh, this person grabbed the evidence and they secured it. And this is what they said in their report. So now I'm like, hold up. Now I'm looking at the video. The video is telling me that it didn't go like the report. The report is saying the officer secured the evidence and locked it down. But the video is showing me that the officer had no eyes on the evidence for 15, 20 minutes, and somebody else had the evidence. Boom. That case right there, everything they got is gone. It ain't no more case because you didn't document the chain of custody. You didn't have your eyes on the evidence for 15, 20 minutes. So that work that you said you had, it's nothing. It ain't no work no more. The work is gone. And motherfuckers don't understand this, right? They think because they get in a situation that it's over. Nah. You got to do your homework, man. And I'm going to tell you like this, right? And I'm keeping it a buck. The attorney that I hired, right? You know what the attorney told me? He said, you can't beat this case because it's the plain doctrine view. It was in plain sight. They seen it and you can't beat it. I said, how you going to tell me that? Hold up. They said, there's no way you're going to beat this case. An attorney now, he was attorney for 40 years. You hear me? Attorney for 40 years. He said, yo, you can't beat this case. I said, I guarantee you I'm going to beat it. Watch me. You hear me? And guess what I did? I put belt the ass. You hear me? Spank this joint. I'm going to war. I know damn well that this officer was way over here with no visual on the evidence, and this shit wasn't documented, that somebody else had it, and the camera showing that somebody else had the evidence. So what you mean I can't beat this? But you know, these the games that these attorneys play with us as people because they feel like, you know, these black people don't know nothing. You hear me? I'll just tell you that right now. When they look at a black person got a charge, they look at you don't know nothing. They really think that you don't got the knowledge. This is why I be telling these jokers on here, yo, my shit right here, and these niggas ain't fucking with me. Straight up. You know, I'm not on here, you know, trying to make up a character. A lot of these jokers on here trying to make up a character. Like, I'm the real deal. And, you know, I know probably some people like, oh, this nigga too real for the internet. I just got to be me. You know, the people that's going to rock with me, going to rock with me. You know what I mean? I don't need to make up a character like these niggas. You know what I mean? Because I got real experience where I've been in the field, you know, sitting in that courtroom for days at a time, coming back to the court every day, going to trial. You feel what I'm saying? I had a 2-week trial for a homicide. I'm in there every single day. Prosecutors in there looking at it, nigga. Oh, he got a different suit on. You hear me? I'm in there every day with a different suit on, sitting in here fighting for my life. You hear me? They trying to roof a nigga. You hear me? And I'm 21 years old. You hear me? I'm 21 years old and they trying to roof a nigga. I'm like, God damn, I'm on 21. What do you mean? They trying to give a nigga the elbow. You know, but these niggas, you know, and I'm in my 40s now. So when I hear these niggas like Whack be talking, you know how to manipulate a nigga with the police. Of course you do. Yeah, because these young people don't know, and some of these old niggas don't know. But this why they can't do nothing with Deezy, because my experience with life in the streets is further than these guys. These niggas think because they was running around here extorting people that they have experience. This is what they think, though. They think because they ran around here being extortionists that their game in life is like strong. You know, when I'm just being real, that shit don't go over here. Motherfucker, how you shit on the pavement for some shit like that over here. I mean, I guess that's no out there thing. You know what I mean? And hey, they do that out there. That's what they do. You know, but over here, and they can have your shit on the pavement, like straight up. You know what I mean? Like no cap, and that's on God. Like, I guess the extortion shit work out there. You know what I mean? That's what they do. Hey, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But here, shit be on the pavement, nigga. On God. You know what I mean? But, you know, I just try to keep it a buck, you know what I mean? And break it down for the ones that, you know, is solid. But I'm going to let y'all hear this attorney right here. And he going to let y'all know, you know, the lead attorney, he going to let y'all know, you know, this dirty game that these attorneys is playing. It's a dirty game out here, man. You know, you got to do your own research. You know what I mean? You got to do your own research, man. You know, smash that like button and hit that subscribe. But man, shout out to all y'all that rock with SBGB TV. You know, I appreciate each and every one of y'all, man.
So I don't know, Lee, come to Cook County, Chicago. Corruption is crazy. Cook, man, Chicago, y'all had those black sites. I read an article. It was, you know, there are certain things that just changed my whole experience on law. Me and Fit went to law school, and they teach everybody in law school the same thing. It doesn't matter which law school you go to, really. Everything's super standardized. And there are 2 or 3 things that just shook my entire world. One of them, the biggest thing, I'll be honest with you, is the Eric Snowden. As an attorney, I could not believe it. Eric Snowden told us about the secret prosecutors. Fit, when did we ever learn in law school that there were secret government prosecutors? When did we learn that there were secret judges? When did we learn that there were secret courts? Fit and I, we were trained to defend this country legally, to administer the laws. They never told me and Fit about the secret prosecutors. Never told us about these secret courts.
Now y'all hearing that from an attorney. Y'all hearing that from an attorney now. Somebody that went to school, followed the rules, practiced this game that they set up. And they got secret judges, prosecutors, and courts. Yeah, they got secret stuff that we don't know about. And if you get to talking about that stuff when you in the middle of it, oh yeah, they're gonna make you look a certain way. Straight up.
Snowden was releasing all these files, information. The secret prosecutors would get these secret judges to issue secret orders. And the orders, so let's say, would go to Google. And at the top of the order, it would say, you know, this is a secret court from a secret judge, and you cannot acknowledge anything about this order. You cannot talk about it. You just have to comply. You can't file anything against it. No whistleblowing. No one in America can know about the secret court system. But you comply, or, you know, pay us $40 billion and all your executives are going to be in contempt and they're going to go to jail. The FBI can't crack Apple phones. FBI says, hey, we want to know how to crack your phone. So you give us the back door. We need this for national security. Apple's like, get a court order. FBI's like, no, for real, give us the shit. Apple's like, we ain't giving you shit. 6 months later, the FBI can crack any iPhone in the nation.
You understand that the feds run the United States of America. You hear me? They run the United States of America. You understand when you see Wack 100 running around here like he run around here, you better know that they tapped in with Wack. He's too loud. There's too much violence around him. He's instructed to do what he's doing. Straight up. It's a dirty game now. You better understand this. I ain't sitting on here telling people this shit for nothing. Y'all see that these niggas don't say nothing about me. Everybody sees this. Straight up. They know. They do not want my voice to get loud because I have understanding. They don't want that. Wack, no. I'm waiting for the nigga to try to pop at me. I'm waiting for him so I can start running this shit back around the clock. He know I know. Oh, he know I know. He with them people.
And then the FBI's like, we developed a encryption. We developed it on our own. Apple got one of those fucking orders. Google got one of those fucking orders. Blue Baggins says Chicago corruption goes crazy. I was astounded. I started reading into this. It used to be the case that black people were disappearing, particularly black men in Chicago. They were just disappearing. They weren't turning up dead, but they were disappearing. But it came to be that the communities would find out that, oh, you have to call this certain lawyer. There were certain lawyers that knew about the disappearance. And you call these lawyers, say, okay, what's his name? His name is Tyrone. Okay. Pay me $7,000. Okay. Here's $7,000. I'll give you a call in 2 days. 2 days comes. Hey, let me talk to Tyrone's mom. Listen, Tyrone is great. He'll be home in 3 days. Where is he at? He'll be home in 3 days. Everything's fine. Is he alive? He's alive. Is he hurt? He's not hurt. Guys, the government was holding these black men, accusing them of crimes, and they had them in black sites. They had them in all these buildings that were just imagine just gray Manila or gray brick, square block buildings. You didn't know what was in them. No signs, no nothing, just random buildings. And they were holding these men for investigation, these gangsters and all that. What about first appearance? Fit will tell you about first appearance. She'll tell you about a bond. None of that. Your son was missing. But there were a few attorneys who knew what the fuck was going on. This was in Chicago. I couldn't imagine something like that happen in Atlanta. Does it happen? I don't know, but Chicago's crazy. So when Blue's like, hey man, Chicago for real, the corruption, shit, Blue, you got it. I don't want to hear nothing about corruption unless it's from Louisiana or really Chicago for that black site shit. That was insane. But all across the country, man, Snowden, some of y'all are like fucking Obama and think he should be arrested. Oh, he was compromising our military. All right. You can think he's a traitor. I think he is one of our nation's national heroes. I think he is one of the top. If you have a top 10 list of, he never won the Medal of Honor. I don't give a fuck who won the Medal of Honor. He let us know we didn't know about the NSA. You had suspicions that your phone was spying on you. You had no evidence. You didn't know about the NSA. You didn't know their powers. You knew nothing. Snowden was like, here's 80,000 files. Snowden was in the NSA. So, what does Blue say? Blue's like, man, Lee, real talk, I know people that been in them unknown jails. That's exactly what they were, unknown jails. That's the perfect way to say it. I call it black sites.
Now, this is coming from an attorney, someone that practiced law, got a law degree. It's a dirty game, for sure.
But that's what they were. Fitz gonna be like, what do you mean unknown jails? What about first appearance? What about your preliminary hearing? What about your bond? What about it, Nugel? Oh, I'm gonna shut up. No one knows I'm here. What about my right to a phone call? What about my right to an attorney? What attorney? You're with us. Shit. Shit gets so real. And just look at this. What are these? What are statistics supposed to tell you about this? Do you guys feel the difference between real talk and statistics? Can you feel it? Andrew Wilson's trying to study 17 statistics before the debate starts. Trying to remember them, trying to memorize them. What the fuck is ChatGPT supposed to tell you about this stuff? If it's just going to give you statistics. Right? Shout out to the casual economist says, don't copyright strike my incoming AI, TLA, and AV channel. I need to get the bag too. I feel you. You're 100% right. You are 100% right. Shout out to Casual Economist. Thank you so much. Casual Economist has been rocking with me in the channel for years. Thank you so much, brother. Shout out to Fit. What is Fit? Let me hit it all for Fit. What does it say? Now that's facts right there. Says, I watched a judge just last week reject a plea offer because the prosecutor hadn't done enough work and proceeded to tell the ADA from the bench to go listen to the 911 calls and some more other shit, okay? Yeah, and in Georgia, and not just in Atlanta, but really in all Georgia, I've never seen that level of corruption. Now, Fit knows that the defendants always think that the prosecutors and the public defenders are in bed together. They always think that. But it's never the case. It's always the prosecutor and these goddamn judges. These judges.
The judges definitely are working with the prosecutor. Now, I'm going to tell you this, right? The situation that I had, right, with the attorney not trying to give me the paperwork and not wanting to give me my discovery, I fired him. I knew the angle to go at because I already did my homework. It wasn't no need to get an attorney. They can try to manipulate your attorney, right? So I said, give me a public defender. You hear me? I said, give me a public defender. I don't need another paid attorney. I need a public defender now. So now, when I present this information that I know to the public defender about the case, the public defender was acting dumb at first, right? And I tell the public defender, I said it just like this, because I researched the public defender and the prosecutor. The public defender had been a lawyer for 6 years. The prosecutor had been a lawyer for 7 years. I said, listen here, my man. I know you've been an attorney for 6 years. I know he's been an attorney for 7 years. Both of y'all go to school together. Y'all know each other well. I ain't playing no games. I'm gonna write the Bar Association on you and the prosecutor if you don't put this paperwork in like I'm telling you. I know y'all got a personal relationship. Y'all ain't gonna play no games with me. The public defender did exactly what I asked him to do. He filed for suppression. After I done had this case for a year, when the attorney that I paid for told me I couldn't get a suppression. When I asked him in a timely fashion, I had all the emails. I submitted all the emails to him. And I said, listen, I want a suppression hearing. I got the emails from the paid attorney that I asked him on 3 different occasions to file my suppression hearing. And he ignored me. The public defender submitted that to the judge. The judge granted that I can have a suppression hearing. After a year, now you're supposed to have an attorney submit for a suppression hearing for you within 20 days after your first case review. Your first case review that you get, if you want to suppress any evidence, you got 20 days from the first case review to suppress evidence. So I'm like, all right, cool. I suppressed the evidence, right? And guess what? You know what they did? They dropped the damn case the day before the hearing. Because they knew I was right. The whole time, the attorneys was playing with me. You hear me? The whole time, the attorneys was playing. They dropped the case the day before the suppression hearing. It's a dirty game, man. People got to understand that it's their game. You got to do your own homework, man. You hear me? You got to do your own homework. You know, these rappers, they got the world, you know, confused, especially the guys that's out there in the street, right? They got them confused. And I'm going to tell you what they doing. They out there hollering to the people, telling the people that my lawyer gonna beat it. So now the regular people are thinking that all I have to do is hire an attorney. So they thinking like, okay, all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a lawyer. My lawyer gonna beat it. No. Your lawyer gonna get you to plead guilty so that they can get a win-win. You gotta do your own research, man. Straight up. If you don't do your own research, they're gonna get you to plead guilty. It's a dirty game. Smash that like button though. Shout out to all y'all that rock with SBGB TV.
It's 100% right, man. Shout out. Somebody write fit in the damn channel. She's exactly right. Big shout out to Fit. Shout out to Blue. Thank you so much, Blue. Blue, man, blessing me. Blue says in Cook County, they kidnap inmates to take them to unknown stations and beat confessions out of them. Your lawyer can't even find you. I believe it. That really, the whole black sites thing and the Snowden thing, I was like, Lee, you're such a fucking baby, man. You're so fucking naive.
It's a dirty game, man. Straight up. It's a dirty game, man. Make sure you smash that like button and hit that subscribe button, man. Shout out to all the people that rock with SBGB TV. You know, this why DZ rock Dolo. You hear me? This why I rock Dolo. I understand that people are foul individuals. You know what I'm saying? I'm very leery, about people because I understand, messing with certain people will distort my message. I got a message. I got a story. I have a message and a story. The real deal. And I know certain people will distort it. When you surround yourself around people like, whack, that get the lying, manipulating, them people will distort people that have a message and they will mess up the message. But none of these people will be able to ever stop me, right? Because I'll never allow any of them niggas next to me. That's what's gonna make me so dangerous. You hear me? This is what's gonna make me vicious. And I'm so consistent with this shit. You hear me? I'm so consistent. I'm telling everybody. It might take me another year or two doing this shit every single day. But I guarantee everybody, I'm gonna be the wave on this motherfucker. Because I'm smarter than a lot of these niggas. I just came to the internet at this current time. And I know it. I'm smarter than a lot of these niggas that got views on YouTube. I'm way smarter than them. My experiences are more severe. I've been through a lot. The internet, thinks that, some people think that because they connect with certain people that they can control, what's being said. But this is why you got to watch who you surround yourself around. Because when you surround yourself around certain people, it'll distort your message. That's why I rock the way I rock. So anybody can say anything about me. They can say anything about me. Anything. I don't care about none of that. It ain't going to stop this message because I'm delivering it raw and authentic. The real. The real. And I'm finding the groove. Straight up. And I'm finding the groove. I'm finding the groove, man. If you haven't already subscribed to SBGB TV Worldwide, make sure y'all subscribe to SBGB TV Worldwide. We about 26 subscribers away from 1,900. That channel's moving too. We dropping clips on that channel every single day. Every day we drop clips on that channel. Every day. So make sure y'all subscribe to that channel too. We dropping clips. We're going to turn it up even more. This month here, coming up, December, we ain't playing no games. We're going to continue to keep this thing driving. The first of the year, I'm going to change some stuff up. You hear me? Appreciate that super chat. James, stay on the mission, DZ. Facts. Appreciate the super chat. The beginning of the year, I'm going to do some things a little different for the members. You hear me? I'm going to do something a little different at the beginning of the year, whereas though that, the members is going to have to be able to view things a little differently. I'm going to change that up. I'm building this up and I'm structuring it a certain way. So, and I appreciate all of y'all that have been members, the ones that become members. But the beginning of the year, I'm definitely going to change some things so that the members can have a different benefit. This right here, it ain't no overnight process, and I understand it. I'm in it for the winning. I'm in for the ride. I know well, I don't care who know what, who been on the internet, who called himself this top streamer. None of these niggas is fucking with me mentally. Straight up. When it come to this shit right here, these niggas on the internet, they not fucking with me when it come to this. Because I understand how foul people are. And a lot of people do not understand that. There's some solid individuals in the world, yes. But there are a lot of foul people. A lot of them. And the people that are gonna snake you are gonna be the people that you let next to you. Those are the people that's gonna snake you. Somebody across the room, they can't snake you. It's gonna be the people that's in the room with you. Straight up. Those are the people that's gonna snake you. The people way across the room, they can't do nothing with you at all. They can speculate. They can make up a lie. They can do anything. But the people next to you are the only people that you really got to worry about. Y'all see how I rock, though? Yeah. That's why I'm going to be a problem for these niggas. I'm going to be a problem. And I'm going to be on the internet, right? Until my number get called. Yeah. Wack is going to hate me forever because I'm going to make sure that I expose him to the core. Right now, he can feel it, but he's not acting like it. But trust and believe me, it's going to be that time. I know it. I can feel it. I know it. Because I'm focused on something. You hear me? When I told myself in the streets that I was going to get a whole thing, I got that motherfucker. You hear me? When I told myself what I'm going to do, when I told myself that I was going to go out and buy cribs, I went out and started buying them. When I told myself that I was going to open a car dealership, I went and got one. When I told myself that I was going to start a dump truck company, I started it. That's what I do. And I see what's going on with this internet, though. I definitely see that. But I know it's a process. You got to build. It takes time to build this shit. You hear me? It takes time to build this. This shit don't happen overnight. It takes time, consistency. A lot of niggas be on here, they worried about, this many people watching. Man, I ain't worried about that. I know I'm going to bring them. I just got to be consistent. That's it. Consistency outweighs a lot. You being consistent outweighs a lot. Because there's always going to be somebody that is going to gravitate with you if you solid. It's always going to be somebody like that. They're going to say, hold up, I see something. Because there's a lot of solid people in the world, but there's also a lot of foul people. There's billions of people that live in this world. Billions. Yes. So it's a lot of solid people. It's a lot of foul people. Who gonna gravitate to you? I'm paving my own lane. You know what I mean? I'm paving my own lane with the consistency. That's why I don't care about none of them niggas that act like they don't want to say nothing about DZ, because I'm going to force them to. But I'm just telling you, I'm the type of individual, and I'm just being real, that if you think that You gonna gravitate to me later? I can't act fake. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna let it be known. Yeah, because I don't care about, some of these people be caring about the people that, are in position and got money. And I don't give a fuck about nobody else's money. I care about my shit. You hear me? I'm one of them niggas. I don't care about how much money another nigga got. But it's a lot of people that be, oh, this nigga got, I don't care what you got. Nigga. That's your money. Fuck, you don't give a fuck about your money. I don't give a fuck if you feel you the top streamer and all that shit. I don't give a fuck about that. That's your business. I care about my shit, nigga. So whatever I got, that's what I care about. I don't care that you think, oh, you got $1 million, 2, 3, 4 million. I care about what I got, nigga. I don't care about none of that. I care about setting my foundation. But there's a lot of people on the internet that, they see other people doing things and that's what they care about. Nigga. I visualize shit. I see certain shit. I take this from here, that from there. Boom. You put me in any setting and I get to watch what's going on in that setting, I'm going to master that shit. This is how I know I'm going to master this shit. This shit right here, I'm a master. I know it. I know it. I can put that on anything. You put me in any setting. I don't care where it's at. You put me in the country. You put me in the projects. You put me anywhere. And I start watching it. And I start observing and seeing what's going on. Oh, yeah, I'm going to master that shit. That's the type of individual I am. I see what niggas is doing with this. It takes a different type of animal. Yes, it does. But I'm that type of dog. You hear me? So I'm going to bite down. I'm going to lock on this shit. Trust me. They going to feel me. Yeah. But I'm the type of nigga, when I get in position, don't come around and fucking with me. Don't do that. I'm telling you, all the YouTube niggas, all that shit, the niggas that got the position to be able to share what the fuck I'm doing, that act like they don't see me. Nigga, don't come around me. Don't try to talk like we cool when I'm there, nigga. Nah, I ain't one of them niggas. That's Charleston White and them type of niggas. They want to be cool with the niggas. Nigga, nigga. You better motherfucking fuck with me while I'm on the grind. If not, nigga, I'm gonna let you know, nigga, fuck you, nigga. Straight up. I don't give a fuck about you. That shit don't make me no, never mind. I don't need nobody to do what I've been doing already. And this is what people gotta understand. A lot of these people want to gravitate to niggas, right? When a nigga already put the work in. They see a nigga out here putting the work in, right? And then they gravitate to him and act like, okay, boom, like Vlad. You feel me? These type of motherfuckers, they'll see a nigga out here putting straight work in, going hard on the internet, and then once they see the internet grab them, oh, all right, nah, nigga, I don't need you to grab me then. Get away from me now. I'm gonna do what I've been doing. Don't try to grab me after I get this thing buzzing. I don't need you then. Those type of people is straight fufafi. All of these dudes on the internet, all these dudes, they see me talking about Wack, exposing this nigga. All of them. Every one of them. And they can see what I'm doing. But they all act like they don't see me. It's going to be a time they going to act like they do see me and they going to play dumb. And I got to let them know. I don't need you, nigga. I put the work in already. I understand the format. I understand the formula. I watched. I paid attention. I got the formula now. I don't need you. Yeah, and I ain't into all that friend shit. I don't want that shit. I don't want that shit, so you niggas got an opportunity to snake me. All that brother shit. Nah, nigga, fuck out of here. Yeah. Gonna let you niggas have me ready to crash. Yeah. I got to keep my head level too. Because I do come from the street. So I got to keep my head level and understand to keep myself out of situations and away from situations. I got to keep myself level. It's important, you know, because I know me. I get the pacing around this motherfucker, walking back and forth. You hear me? And then I go do some dumb shit. I know me. So I got to keep myself level. And I understand these niggas on the internet, they all foofafi. All of them. They all foofafi. It's some jokers that's in their own zone solid. But these niggas that be clicking up and all that shit is foofafi. It's going to fall apart every time. Shit don't never last. Straight up. Smash that like button though. If you haven't hit the like button yet, hit that subscribe button, man. You know, I appreciate all of y'all, man. Bringing this joint from the mud. Bringing this joint straight from the mud. No cap. You hear me? Hold up. Let's pull this joint back up. Bringing this joint straight from the mud. No cap. But I appreciate all of y'all. You know, hit that subscribe button and smash that like button, man. Shout out to all y'all that rock with SBGB TV, man. We on our way to 24,000 subscribers. Straight up. We on our way to 24,000 subscribers. Coming from the mud. Yeah. And we gonna keep it real raw and authentic. You know, let's see what this bozo Wack talking about. Let's see what the bozo talking about. I want to see if they put it in there. You know, if Act put in there what Wack was saying about Woody. We're gonna see if they cut that out. So we're gonna run through this last part of this content. Man, shout out to all y'all that rock with SBGB TV, man. I appreciate y'all.
Street gun on the legal security. He's telling the police this his gun. Security ain't going for it because if he take that gun, he go to jail, lose his gun license, he's fucked. It's in the paperwork, bro.
You see how Wack is so focused on everybody else's case? Everybody seen what happened outside of No Jumper. Everybody seen that shit. That shit was brutal. That shit was brutal. He don't care nothing about that shit. That's why I tell y'all, this nigga's the police, man. This nigga's them people. He ain't worried about the real still shit that happened out there. Where somebody was brutally beat, partially paralyzed, stripped out their clothes, robbed. He ain't worried about that, and he orchestrated it. But you saying Boosie telling, you saying Pooh Shiesty telling, you saying Max B telling, you saying Jim Jones telling, everybody else is telling but you. Okay. All right. Okay. And we supposed to just believe that because you got acting them. Okay. Let them keep doing it. I'm telling you, I'm going to get louder. And I'm going to start going at all them niggas. I ain't even going to hold you. Straight up. I'm going to be like the villain for real. I'm going at the nigga that is using these niggas first. I'm going at him first. He's the first individual. I'm going at him first. Once I stamp this shit with him, I'm going to start going at them niggas. I don't care how many subscribers them niggas got. I don't care what they try to lie, and I don't give a fuck about none of that. I guarantee you, this consistency, this raw shit, gonna overpower all them niggas. Watch me.
You telling me this ain't in the paperwork?
No, I'm not telling you this. Not. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like you're mentioning.
Boosie my nigga, bro. Like I ain't got nothing against you, but
yeah, but if Boosie a nigga, you can't call him a snitch. Like you gotta be like.
I didn't call him a snitch. The paperwork said he snitched.
What?
Listen, academics. if I got your birth certificate, right? Yeah. And they told me, read this birth certificate. I'm gonna read your name, date of birth, and it's gonna say sex, male. I'm not gonna say you're a female because the fucking document says you're a male. It's gonna say born wherever, boom, boom, boom. WAC is not calling you a male because I'm calling you this because your birth certificate reads this. I'm reading the paperwork. Why do everybody want to say WAC called you this? No, I'm like a fucking sports reporter. God damn it, if you scored 32 points, had 5 rebounds and a triple-double, that's what I'm going to report.
The paperwork says WAC is suspect number 4. You're suspect number 4 of a brutal robbery and beating. You're suspect number 4 of a brutal robbery, beating, stripping, pistol whipping that you admitted to having involvement in, that happened because they came looking for WAC. But you talking about Boosie, and he done already pled guilty to the case. You talking about Pooh Shiesty, and he already done his time. You talking about Max B, and he already done his time. You talking about all these individuals because you trying to deflect from who you are. That's it. You trying to deflect from who you are. That's all you doing.
I'm just reading it. I'm not investigating. I'm not saying.
Why? We gotta make exceptions, though. It's Boosie. It's Boosie Boo.
Ain't no exception.
It's bro. Boosie Boo.
Hey, listen.
And Act, he on some sucker duck ass nigga shit. Straight up. For content, they don't care about nobody, man. You hear me? They don't care about that, man. It's why I tell you, you can't rock with everybody at all. These niggas is heartless. They don't care about nothing. They selfish and they dirt balls. Straight up.
Listen, bro. Listen. No exceptions. Civilian.
And Act is an alcoholic. Brain ain't functioning right. Straight alcoholic, man. You can't poison your body all day long and think that everything gonna function correctly.
Are free of the politics. You a street nigga, and you mention another man's name by the commission of a crime, you told, bro. That's it. That's it, bro. They're just saying, everybody want to say WAC said. Start saying WAC read. How about that? WAC read, and what he read identifies you as a snitch. Now, do I give a fuck? No. If they say, yo, WAC, Boosie said, could you book him for a European tour? He'll give you 20%. Will you book him? Absolutely. I don't give a fuck. If Boosie said, I want to do a feature with Blueface, if Blueface want to do it, I'm going to tell him do it. But that don't take away from what the document says.
If you didn't care, right? Why talk about it? But you talk about it because you know that you're snitching. So you just try to deflect from you snitching to make up things about other people. You ain't provide nothing on T Grizzly. Now you saying that they said this is tampering with the witness, so you ain't gonna say nothing else about it. Another lie. And you can't believe nothing WAC says. Nothing. Nothing. These niggas is extorting niggas. They snakes. They working with the police. They lying. They doing everything that's foul. Straight up. Yeah. Man, I wish a nigga would try to extort me. Like, man, what? Nigga, shit. I wish a nigga would. Like, what? I'm gonna tell you to meet me. I got you. I wish a nigga would try to extort me. I'm gonna tell you, I got you. What I gotta give you? Meet me, man, so I can get this shit to you. Just meet me there, please. Where I gotta go at, man? Fucking crazy.
I mean, why do I get the flack for what another nigga did? Niggas over here doing gay shit, and they get mad because I say the nigga got gay porn. Niggas over here stealing and shit. You fucking with transgenders, you get mad because nigga they got the content.
Hey, Wack.
Now, Wack talking about somebody messing with transgenders. Hold up, Wack. What type of time you on though? Wack talking about somebody messing with transgenders. Hold up.
I've been reading up on transgenders. Everything y'all do.
Okay.
Everything y'all do.
I don't know.
Nadi, you have to, like right now when you talk, you know your brain is the message center, right?
I told you, everything that Wack does, he reflects that on other people.
I'm gonna keep it 100. If I found out this morning that R&B was a transgender, I done been up in this thing so motherfucking much. I ain't gonna even go nowhere, my nigga. So I understand the thing. But evidently, this is a real woman. PTR, see the PTR? See that? No filter.
Nah, don't that Wax.
No filter, no makeup.
That's a man, Wax.
Huh? Fox is a man?
I think so. That's the same. Is that the same Fox that be over in the other rooms? The one that Baltimore Fox? Is that Baltimore?
Bring Fox up.
Is that Baltimore? I don't want to disrespect. My bad. I got another Fox.
Let me go to the. Let me go to the Charlie. Hold on.
Yes, it is. It's the trans.
It's the trans Fox. I told you.
Wack talking about somebody messing with transgenders. Hold up. You the only nigga I ever heard in my entire life say that they studying them. I've never heard a man in his life say that he's studying transgenders.
I've been reading up on transgenders. Everything y'all do.
Okay.
Everything y'all do.
I don't know.
Nadi, you have to, like right now when you talk, you know your brain is the message center, right? I'm going to keep it 100. If I found out this morning that R&B was a transgender, I done been up in this thing so motherfucking much. I ain't gonna even go nowhere, my nigga. So I understand the thing. But evidently this is a real woman.
I've never heard that in my life. Except for Wack. Yeah. I told y'all. That dude is always reflecting who he is on other people. When he talk about niggas snitching and all that, it's because he the one telling. When he talk about people involved with transgenders, that's because he's the one that's studying them. Come on now. Like, hold up. Dude is weird, man.
Could you clear up one thing once and for all? Because I be on YouTube. I don't like when they be playing with your name like this. I watched Nipsey Hussle's friend, Cowboy. He made a video. He says, "Oh, I know Wack 100 is the police because da-da-da-da-da." And then Woody says some other stuff, and they're mixing the videos together like you're the police. Come on.
Listen, you talking about two rats that took the stand.
Wait. They both...
Cowboy took the stand on Paru.
No, he didn't.
And Woody took the stand on Paru. Cowboy took the stand and pointed that man out. He's a rat. And the nigga's a sex offender. He's a motherfucking a rapist. Nigga, he's on Megan's Law. Go pull him up.
The Cowboy dude?
Cowboys on Megan's Law sex offender registered.
Nah, no
And
way.
the nigga took the
Nipsey wouldn't
stand.
rock with no nigga like that. Nah.
Okay, go to Megan's
Nipsey
Law.
the chosen one.
Tell
He
your
wouldn't
chat.
rock with no
Listen.
nigga like that, Whack. We gotta.
Okay, go to Megan's Law right now. You brought it up, so now you got to go to Megan's Law. Go to Megan's Law. You got his name, right?
I don't know his name, but I don't think he.
Okay, well, hold on. We gonna pull his name up. This ain't no problem. This why niggas shouldn't fuck with me, bro.
Whack, you can't just make up fake allegations against.
Okay, bro. Go to Megan's Law. Let me hit the exposers, so they probably got it on deck. Go to Megan's Law.
Yeah.
Tell your chat to pull up Cowboy's real name. Send me Cowboy's Megan's Law or real name. This is a fact. Watch this. I'm finna nigga, and he took this game. And yesterday, did you see the clip I put up? The nigga in the parking lot.
Herman Douglas. Let me look it up. Ooh.
There you go. I put the picture up yesterday of him in the parking lot the day after Nipsey got killed, telling the police everything.
Hey, Whack.
Go to _the100 show
Whack.
right now.
He said he's been looking for a lot of niggas, and he mentioned you.
Yeah, bro, that nigga got. You see that nigga teeth? Nigga, that nigga got Cheddar Bob teeth. Never been to the dentist. His mama and daddy need to be locked up for not teaching that boy what the dentist is, bro. Now, at the end of the day, the last time I seen Cowboy,
Whack.
You see him?
Oh, hell nah, Whack.
Yeah, go read it. No, see, this is what happens when you fuck with Whack 100.
Nah, Whack.
What is so?
Yo, Whack, you put him on here. He's not on here for real. You put him on.
Okay, read it. Does he say he's a sex offender, yes or no? Read it.
Known aliases: Douglas Herman, blah blah. Douglas Herman this, da da da. Oh my God, description. Wait, why did I have him as female though? They said 6'1".
Say it, no, say it.
They said the offense is sexual battery in 1992.
There you go. Nigga, now that's the one we know about, right?
This
you know
is that?
That's him. Look, before a nigga get caught in a robbery, he done did a bunch of robberies. Nigga been taking pussy.
Wait, hold on.
I got my kids in the car, but fuck it, they know what's happening with Pops. Nigga been taking pussy, man.
No, hold on.
You read and see, this.
He talking like this in front of R&B kids. Crazy. Straight corrupting their mind in front of R&B kids. He talking like this in front of R&B's kids. Man, that man don't care about nobody. Hold up. Like, come on. You couldn't do it later? You had to do it right now? Yo, that's wild. And listen to how he's talking. And R&B can't say nothing because she ain't got no backbone. But Whack time definitely gonna come.
What happened when you fuck with Whack?
Okay, hold on. All right, we got his face up here, chat. Is this guy? Because he said, I got some named Channel Black TV says,
right there.
Cowboy says Whack 100, 600, and Eddie Boy are the feds. And he said,
now listen.
Hold on.
Listen to me.
Is this him, chat?
That nigga name is Thunder Rat. You feel me? Shout out to Ray Gibbs TV. Nigga, that nigga name is Thunder Rat. He ain't Thundercat. He Thunder Rat. Now, Master Splinter at his best. Now, what I'm telling you, bro, that's him.
Whack. No. Like, my chat
They got a
research.
pedophile
You got a twin
running
brother.
Whack
That's not
is
him.
them
That's his
people,
twin
man.
brother. His twin brother.
No, that's him. That's his name.
No, it's his
Paul
twin brother,
That's
Whack.
him. Okay,
Whack is
listen.
them people.
Now, Google, did he take the stand and point out the nigga that killed Nipsey Hussle? He pointed the nigga out.
No.
Go to my Instagram right now. You will see the nigga in the parking lot. Police, homicide detectives telling them a long story. Go to my shit right now. It's on top.
What's your Instagram? The Hunter Show?
_the Hunter Show.
Wow, we got to be factual now. We just can't say anything.
Bro, go look at it, bro. Listen, it's right there, bro. I ain't got a cap. The first one to the left.
Okay, hold on. He says
That's the day
Cowboy
after Nipsey
Douglas.
got killed.
Oh, maybe his last name is Douglas, but I think that's his twin brother.
That's him, nigga.
No, on the sex offender side, I think that's his twin brother, bro.
No, that's him, bro. He ain't got no twin brother.
You sure?
That's a fact. That's him.
So if he a
Look,
sex
that's
offender,
him.
why you say looking for you?
Look, listen. When the police is kicking it with you like that, you're telling them something that they very intrigued with. This a day after Nipsey got killed. Then he went and took the stand and pointed out the nigga that killed Nipsey. Told the whole story. This a fact.
So you saying he met with the detectives on some, yo, let's meet before lunch, just outside, chat it up type shit.
Bro, you ain't supposed to do that with the homicide detectives. Look at him. She got her gun out. She's holding her clipboard. This nigga's intriguing. He's telling us everything. This Thunder Rat.
He ain't telling us. Ain't no way he's
Wack is the police, bro.
He's Nipsey's right-hand man. He ain't telling.
Wack is the
Hey, bro,
police.
Nipsey was dead. He wouldn't have never approved of that shit. And I'm gonna be real. Nipsey Circle, Black Sam, none of them niggas approved of that shit. You didn't see none of them
Black
niggas
Sam
take
fuck
the
with him.
stand.
Black Sam fuck with him.
Nah, Black Sam don't fuck that dude like that, bro.
Oh.
He don't approve of that shit. Why that nigga ain't got a job at Marathon Burger? This
Because
nigga
his
standing
job,
on the corner with a
Wack,
booger
his job not
with your
flipping
teeth,
burgers.
my
His
nigga.
job is knocking niggas out. I heard he's a knockout artist.
Bro, listen. Hey, look, let me correct you with this, bro. I wouldn't give a fuck how many people you knock out. That's the case. If you can knock niggas out, you can tell, right? So let's change the rules. Longer you can knock somebody out, you can snitch.
Let him
That's what you're
spin
saying?
everything.
I mean,
The nigga's a snitch. Hey, look, bro. He's a fucking sex offender rapist, and he's a rat. He took the fucking stand in a murder trial on another rolling 60. It's a fact,
did
bro.
he point a nigga out or he just gave some
He pointed
context?
the nigga Eric Holder out. That's the nigga that shot him. This was the cop, all this shit.
Wack, you got the
That calls
paperwork
me
on
to
that?
pay.
We need the paperwork on that. We can't just say that it's not Wack.
Yeah, we can go pull it. We've been at that. TMZ put that shit up years ago. Google it. Google, did Cowboy take the stand against Eric Holder? And watch what it takes.
All right, I'm gonna Google it right now. Did Cowboy take
That's why they mad. I know everything.
the
You the
stand
police.
on
Wack, you the
Eric
police.
Hold on. We about to get it right now.
Police.
Chat GPT and Google says yes, he took the stand, but he did, but he did not snitch. He told the truth. He ain't snitch. He just told the truth.
We can't tell the truth, nigga. We street niggas. Telling the truth is snitching. Weirdo. You can tell the truth. You a civilian. He from rolling 60s.
They say
You see how Wack keeps saying we can't tell the truth? We street niggas. He's always including himself as a street nigga when trying to justify something, but then turn around and say, oh, I ain't gangbanging. I tell him to go be a police officer. Wack manipulates every conversation with lies. Straight up. Cowboy said Wack is the feds. You flipped it on, oh, Cowboy this and Cowboy that. Wack, you the police, bro. Yes, you are. You them people. Always lie. You're working. Yes. You are them people. For sure.
He's a truth teller.
Okay, well, call it what you want. The nigga took the stand on another crip in a motherfucking homicide. That ain't what we do. No others rolling 60 did that shit. But him.
Yo, Wack, I ain't gonna lie. I think you the final boss of this shit. Like, these niggas get.
Hey, bro, what I'm telling you is this.
Said the final
Now, I
boss.
can say some fucked up shit about the other rat, Lil Woody. But I told Lil Woody was a rat in his face on the No Jumper interview. He didn't say nothing. But see, shit start happening when you fuck with the guy. You get what I'm saying? I'm gonna leave it like that. He better leave me alone because I don't give a fuck about the rules. I'll violate everything. He needs to be under investigation. Niggas smothering shit around here, but I'm gonna let that go. Niggas smothering shit. This shit is foul work. This is foul work. But I'm gonna leave it alone. Stop playing with me, boy, because I can play back.
Now, 10 seconds ago, he said he was a street nigga and they don't do no snitching. 10 seconds later, oh, I'll violate every rule. Oh, Lil Woody needs to be under investigation. This is why I tell you, that boy right there is the police. You hear me? That boy right there is the police. Hold up. Anybody that deal with Wack, you better know you just dealing with the police. That's what you doing. You rock with the police. Straight up. Because he definitely working.
God don't like ugly.
Oh man, not gonna lie, man. Wack, yeah. I think Cowboy should be
Listen, bro. Hey, bro, you see that picture on my Instagram? That's him. Shit, no street nigga had no photo like that unless they got their hands behind their back or sitting on the curb or hands on the hood of the car. It's a fact. So, find the paperwork or find the case where 600, Wack 100, Eddie Boy gave any statements. Eddie Boy did 16 years. Stand up nigga on the 4-yard. It's a fact.
Wack,
And you told on him.
I got one more question, and this is coming from somebody I know you dislike very much, but he's been sending me this a million miles per hour. I'm definitely not going to put him on here, but I want to ask you about it. This nigga Dogface, he sent me some shit. Said Wack is lying to you and Adam. He did not win his civil lawsuit. He won a motion to dismiss, and he sent me a whole video. I didn't watch the video yet.
Hey, bro, hey, let me ask you something, academics.
Yeah.
If I tell you I got a wire,
you got a wire.
I got paid out from that company. 6 figures. What does that tell you?
That means you got
Go pull the paperwork. Go pull the paperwork up. Go put Cash Jones civil suit, World Star, LA Media. It's right there. It's available. Nigga, I got paid. What the fuck you mean, nigga? I got the wire on the dead homies. On my daughter's soul. On my daughter's soul, nigga. I got paid.
I'm glad you're saying this because Dogface, hey, listen, I got to be
honest. This nigga worse than a homosexual in a $2 hole. He want to do a back and forth. Bro, go find yourself some content. Know what you can do? Blueface got this movie going on. You look like a Doberman picture. Go over here, come over here and holler at the Shih Tzus, my nigga. Labrador Retriever. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Listen, if you want to join the dog movie, cool. We got some merch up. Shout out to my nigga Telly Bands. Go to Telly Bands on IG. We got the Labrador Retriever and 101 Dalmatians merch up, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? There you go, my nigga. Go ahead, Dogface. Create you one with the Doberman picture or the Schnauzer. We'll put it up, give you a cut. Other than that, I bet you this. I bet you they don't want to bet I didn't get that wire.
Dogface.
So now they don't want to bet did you get the wire, but when they tried to bet you about the paperwork with T Grizzly, you still ain't take the bet. Come on, man. Wack lying again. That's all he do is lie.
You gotta put up that 100,000 again, or you and T Grizzly, I guess. If T Grizzly comes back and says he got another 100,000 that you ain't get the wire, would you take the bet?
Dead homies, because that's all on me right now today. Hey, look, I got one daughter, bro. On my daughter's soul. I got that wire 2-3 weeks ago.
Let's go. Okay.
And what I'll do, I'll put you with my legal team who fought the case for me.
Hey, Wack, I'm glad you say this because now, Dollface, it's on you, brother.
What?
It's on you.
Guess what? Academics, guess what? You know who does the wire go to first?
Shit, it's
To
going
the
to go.
lawyers.
Hey, come on now.
So if it go to the lawyer first, how don't you know how much the lawyer got paid? Adam say, yo, how much did you pay the lawyer? Oh, I don't know. I don't pay him nothing. Come on, man. That boy be lying.
You know, it's right there. I will sign off. When you can come in town, go to their office, they'll show you everything. Now, you know certain things I can't say. You know how I go. Right? But
Yeah,
I can say they settled, I won, I got paid. Now, what you can do, Google Cash Jones, civil suit against World Star. It's about 10 documents there. Everything's there.
Nah, I feel you. All right, Wack, listen, thank you.
Act Googled everything else but that. Everything else he said, he ain't Google that. Why you ain't Google that on the live?
You, brother, listen, yeah, are you going somewhere for Thanksgiving? Or you enjoying with the family?
We at the crib with it, man. I got Mississippi cooking in the kitchen, man. I can't go wrong.
Are you spending Thanksgiving with the Queen R&B?
That's a fact.
Come on now. Hey.
The Queen and the little bumblebees.
Hey, by the way, I do want to say, I purchased one of the books and I've been reading it, and I think, and Wack, I know you're trying to take all the credit, but I think R&B is an amazing author, and you need to empower her to put out more product.
Bro,
and she's a great
what
author.
are you talking about? Hey, bro, what are you talking about? That's her 8th and 9th book.
I know.
She wrote 7 books prior to those 2. Like, bro, listen, when I tell you she did everything, wrote, published, everything, artwork, she did everything A to Z. She can do it for anybody. She did that A to Z. Everything you see about it.
Nah, that's fire. Hey, happy Thanksgiving to you and the fam. Wack, we will connect after the holidays. Obviously we'll talk during the holidays, but on some personal stuff. But I appreciate you. Sending love to R&B, sending love to your children, sending love to your family, and thank you. I want to let you know I appreciate for all the times that we've collaborated together, for all the times we've had talks, whether personal or private, or even public. I appreciate you, and I want you to have a good holiday season. Okay, my brother.
I appreciate you too, bro. Let's keep climbing.
All right, man. Thank you.
Act appreciates Wack because he gets a bag for the lies. And Wack appreciates Act because he gives him a platform to lie on. Straight up. He give him a platform to lie on. It's Goofy is the weirdest individual, man.
I got Wack on the phone, man. Got a little, you know what I mean? Nah, chat, y'all gonna hate me for this. Cause I gotta run. I ain't gonna cap with you.
Whew. Smash that like button, man. Hit that subscribe button, man. Straight certified Goofy. Yeah. Straight up. Certified Goofy, man. Oh, man. He said, I want to know why he ain't sent Act a screenshot of the check stub. That's your brother. Huh? Why you ain't sending proof of the wire? That nigga said on my daughter's soul. Man, don't nobody care because you say on your daughter's soul. Nobody give a fuck about that. Yeah, that shit don't mean nothing. You don't care about your daughter's soul, nigga. You sound dumb. My daughter's soul. Don't nobody care about that. Don't nobody care about your daughter. Like, this niggas is crazy. What are you saying that for? Hey, damn, like that shit held some weight. Straight goofy. You want to bring her into it. Don't bring her into it. I'm sure the mom be like, man, don't bring us into the shit. God damn. Crazy. Yeah. His chat hates whack. And act capitalize on that. Yes, he does. Crazy. This is why Act keep putting him on there. That nigga get a bag from the shit. Straight up. Yeah. He put his daughter in the live regarding the badge. Yes, he did. Added his daughter to that. Yo, my daughter's friend's dad gave me the badge. Like, it didn't gonna sit here and say, on my daughter's soul. Like that means something. We don't care about your daughter's soul. What do you do that for? Straight up. Act don't care about your daughter's soul. You don't care about Act. It's all manipulation that y'all running between each other. You want to be able to promote your lies, and he want to be able to get money off. I tell you, boy. Straight up. What parents swear on their kids' lives in the conversation? Straight goofy, man. She definitely caught her straight for nothing. Definitely. Dude is definitely lame, boy. We're going to keep exposing him, though. You know, non-stop. We're going to keep going. You know what I mean? Yeah, they thought they had something on me. Tell Act to put that up. That's what you got to do, Wack. Tell Act to put up what you said you think you got on me. Put that up so his followers can come know who I am. You hear me? Yeah. Let Act followers see, because I'm sure they would love to see how I go in on you. I'm sure they would love it. You know, put them up there. Straight up. Smash that like button and hit that subscribe button, man. Straight up. You know, man, I appreciate all of y'all that be rocking with SBGB TV, man. You know what I mean? Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. You know, shout out to all y'all, man. Big facts. And we on our way to 24,000 subscribers non-stop. You know, we on our way, man. Make sure y'all go subscribe to the other channel, SBGB TV Worldwide. That's on the way to 1,900. We're on our way to 1,900 over there. Yes, sir. You know, I'm telling you, watch. This consistency gonna have them all sick. They getting sick now. Yeah, they gonna be seasick. All of them. You know, I'm gonna keep doing these lives though. You know what I mean? We're gonna keep doing these lives. Trust me. We're gonna keep doing these lives. You know what I mean? Be in tune with the people. And shout out to Miss Betty for calling in and giving her account of the events what happened, you know, with Jay Diggs. You know, all these jokers be lying and capping. You know, these are gonna stay solid and real, man. Yeah. I like getting paper, right? You know what I'm saying? But I'm never gonna compromise myself or my integrity for no money. I've never done it, you know, and I always got money. You know what I mean? I know one thing for sure is that you can't take the paper with you, right? I know that for a fact. You can't take no money with you at all. You got to enjoy life here. You know, and some people don't understand that yet. Can't take nothing with you. Whatever you got, you know, on your skin when you go, that's what you're going with. Your tattoos. That's it. You ain't taking none of this material shit. You know, so my mind frame is the money gonna come because my grind, you know, and I like doing this. I ain't even gonna lie. I like doing this. Yeah. I enjoy doing this. Yes, I do. I enjoy it. So I'm gonna be a problem. I know it. I'm already a problem, but I know I'm gonna be a real problem. Yeah. You know, because I know how to stick to the grind. You know, my consistency. I'm gonna be a real problem. I'm already a problem, but I know I'm gonna be a real problem for all of them. Yeah. Because of this consistency. Yeah. And I ain't going nowhere. You know. You can tell, right? The people that, you know, got the real grind in them. They not looking to leech on the people. You see, Wack 100's a leech. He got a leech on the Adam, Academics, and Vlad. He got a leech on to him. If you was like that, you would be able to do it on your own channel. If you was that big and, you know, your voice was that powerful, you would be able to do it on your own channel. But you can't. Nah, you gotta go manipulate other people. You know, this is what a manipulator do. Find his ways to manipulate anybody he can. He done manipulated R&B to be with him. Now he over there poisoning, you know, the brains of R&B's kids, talking the way he talking in front of them. And he's saying they his kids. Yeah, I got my kids with me. Hold up. Goofy individual. You know, corny. Something gonna come his way. The kids might get older. They might try his ass. You know, anything. It's something gonna come that dude way. Because how foul he is. And he think that he can deal with everybody foul. Straight up. Oh yeah. Flacco was supposed to start a business with him. Yeah. But I guess that never happened. You know, him and Flacco, they were supposed to have a business, you know, promoting people's stuff. But I guess Flacco didn't want to go on that scam. That scam, he ain't want no parts of that. Straight certified scam from Wack. Saying, oh, everybody gonna put money in this. Man, nobody put no money in shit you got going on. You keep robbing Blueface, nigga. That's it. You done robbed Game Blind, tore him a new asshole from you being the manager, telling that man don't go to court, lost his shit. Go ahead, keep taking Blueface's money. Keep doing that. You're doing a hell of a job sitting there for nothing. Yeah, you keep doing that, nigga. You know, Blueface ain't that smart. You know, the whole family. You can see the mom, you know, Blueface, everybody. They just all messed up in the brain. Straight up. They all messed up. And that's a fact. But yeah, man, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, man. You know, I appreciate all y'all that rock with SBGB TV. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. You know, go check out the merch, sbgbtv.com. If you would like to become a member, it's only $3.99. If you want us to promote anything for you, email me at sbgbtv@gmail.com. You know, we appreciate y'all. Big facts. Yeah. Y'all know, man. We gonna be back at it later. You know, we got it in the day. We got 2 lives in, and we ain't playing no games. Big facts. Shout out to all y'all that be rocking with us, though, man. Shout out to all y'all. We working. We working. We working, man. Yeah. Y'all already know what it is, man. It's not about the setback, y'all. I appreciate y'all. Put a 1 in the chat. You know it's about to get back. Put a 1 in the chat if you remember the channel. Y'all know what it is, man. I appreciate y'all. Big facts. You a member of the channel, put a 1 in the chat. Yes, sir. We ain't playing no games. Run the table. Yes, sir. C. Brown. Appreciate you. If you would like to become a member, it's only $3.99. Jam Meeks. Screwy Boo Boo. You know I appreciate y'all, man. We non-stop with this thing. Big facts. Trees. You know I appreciate y'all, man. All the people that rock with SBGB TV, man. For sure. Man, hit that like button, man. Subscribe to the channel. Share the live. All that good stuff, man. You know, solid. Solid. Always in the bushes. Solid, man. You know, appreciate you, man. Yeah. We ain't playing no games, though. I'm going to show them how it's done. You know, this is that consistency. They feel it, though. They feel it because they see everybody paying attention. You know, we're going to keep this thing rocking. But I appreciate y'all, man. Stay locked in. Hit that subscribe button. Share the live. Y'all know what it is, man. It's your boy DZ. It's not about the setback. It's about the get back. Nah.